I turned on the TV. What a sorry sight. Left us out there hugging every terrorist in the night. They scream from the river to the sea while rockets fly, then cry when the bad guys make the good guys die. They'll defend every dictator from Tehran to Havana. Long as he hates America, he's their kind of man. It ain't right and left no more, it's right and wrong. The left keeps picking the bad guys every time they sing their song. They love the tyrants, the thugs and the crooks, while the rest of us are working and reading the good book. Blue states are broken, red states are rolling in dough, but they still scream tax the rich like it's some kind of show. They march with blow-up rats and rainbow capes, blue-haired Karens and beta males in their safe space parade. They glue themselves to the road for the climate today. Tomorrow they're blocking traffic for some new Marxist play. They'll cancel your job if you don't use the right word, but defend every groomer and pedophile they've ever heard. It ain't right and left no more, it's right and wrong. The left keeps backing the bad guys, singing the same old song. They cheer for the terrorists, the socialists, the crooks while their cities burn down, and they rewrite all the books. Blue states tax you till you're broke, red states let you keep your pay, but they still scream eat the rich every single day. California's bankrupt, New York City's a mess, Chicago's on fire and they blame it on right-wing stress. They spend like drunk sailors on every dumb idea, while red states are thriving with low taxes and cold beer. They print more money than a counterfeit ring, then wonder why inflation's got the middle class on the brink. They say they're for the people, but they hate the working man. They love every tyrant with a 5-year plan. From Humorous to Maduro, from Beijing to Tehran, if he hates America, he's their kind of man. It ain't right and left no more, it's right and wrong. The left keeps choosing evil every time they play that song. They'll back the bad guys, the thugs and the crooks, while the rest of us are praying and reading the good book. Blue states are dying, red states are doing just fine, but they'll keep on spending till they run out of other people's dimes. Yeah. It ain't about left and right anymore. It's about right and dead wrong. Pass the beer, boys. We got work to do. Yeah, they're screaming again. We ain't listening. They said the sky was falling when he walked through the door, and called him every name in the book, and still wanted more. while they're out there hugging terrorists and opening up the gate. He's building that wall, they're making America great. They cry about democracy dying every single night, but the only thing dying is their grip on power and their appetite for a fight. Keep the faith, America, he's keeping us safe, while the left keeps cheering for the bad guys night and day. They hate the flag, they hate the fight, they hate the red, white and blue, but Trump's in the White House saying not on my watch, not on my crew. So keep the faith, America, stand tall and stand true. He's fighting for you, and I'm fighting right there with you too. They want open borders, they want crime in the street, they want your money, your guns, and your God under their feet. They'll fund every protest, every riot, every clown, while American families watch their cities burning down. They scream to fund the police, then call 911. Hypocrites in designer clothes, having way too much fun. Keep the faith, America, he's keeping us safe, while the left keeps cheering for the bad guys night and day. They hate the flag, they hate the fight, they hate the red, white and blue, but Trump's in the White House saying not on my watch, not on my crew. So keep the faith, America, stand tall and stand true. He's fighting for you, and I'm fighting right there with you too. They call him a dictator while they censor what you say. They scream about fascism, but they're the ones taking rights away. They love every tyrant from Tehran to Beijing, long as that tyrant hates America and everything we believe. They'll tax you to death and spend it all on their schemes, while red states are thriving and living the American dream. Yeah, they can call us deplorable, call us every name in the book, but we're the ones paying the taxes and carrying the flag while they look. So go ahead and riot, go ahead and scream, we're over here keeping the faith and living the dream. Keep the faith, America, he's keeping us safe, while the left keeps cheering for the bad guys night and day. They hate the flag, they hate the fight, they hate the red, white and blue, but Trump's back in the saddle doing what real leaders do. So keep the faith, America, stand tall and stand true. He's fighting for me, and he's fighting for you. Yeah, keep the faith, America, we're still here, and we ain't going nowhere.
All right. I hate when it does that. It wants to play the next thing, and it's like, no, I don't want to play the next thing. Jeez. All right, hello, everybody, and welcome. This is the Sights and Sounds of Earth. My name's Ian. I am your host this evening and every evening here on the Sights and Sounds of Earth on Starship Adventures, broadcasting from my humble studio in my backyard in North Fort Myers, Florida, broadcasting worldwide on YouTube, the world's largest broadcast platform, and broadcasting from a light rain shower right now with thunder in the distance. I don't think it's going to be a problem, though. Starting to wind down out there. Hello, hello. I see everybody's already found the new emojis. What it is, every time 3 or 4 more people become members, I get another one. So when all you guys joined the other night, it opened up 3 new ones. So I put the crazy woman from the pills, a bottle of the pills, and I think the conservative elephant. There we go. Make Greenland great again. There you go. So I hope you guys like those. I'm going to, as we get more members, I'm going to add more. I guess you can end up with hundreds of them eventually. So we will slowly get them as we get more members. And of course, we all can help out with that. You guys let everybody know about the show, and we'll try to get as many people in here as we can. All right, well, welcome in, everybody. Tonight, we're going to be covering, there's not a lot of emergency topics tonight. Actually, there is none. There is no wild breaking news going on. The Middle East is fairly quiet. There was a few alerts a little while ago, but it's been fairly quiet, so we are going to be watching that as well. I'm going to update you on a computer project that I'm working on. And then I'm going to talk to you about some new charts. The National Hurricane Center's come out with some changes this year with the cone that they put out. So we're going to talk about that. And let's see, what else was there? We do have a glancing blow from a CME tomorrow night, so there's a slight chance if you're up in the northern part, you might see something. Sun has about 7 sunspots on it, but it's not overly busy right now. Starting to slowly wind down as we come out of this latest solar maximum. And we'll also talk for a few minutes about a picture that they sent back from NASA that freaked everybody out, and they realized they were just giving them a hard time. But anyway, it's kind of a funny picture, and we're going to talk about that in just a little while too. So a number of different things we're going to talk about tonight, and I got some fun stories that we're going to get to. All right, let's see here. I still got thunder rolling in the distance here. All right, so let's talk real quick. Let's go ahead and hit this one real quick. Let me see if I can. Is this going to let me drag this over here? There we go. Okay, hold on just a second. Let me get this to where you guys can see it. Because that always helps, mostly. Mostly. They come at night, mostly. Name the movie, 10 points. I think I'm going to go back to doing. I used to do that, and it got away from me. I don't do it anymore. I used to do movie quotes during the show, and then I would always say something like 10 points if you can get it or whatever. But there was never actually really any points assigned. But I kind of like doing that. I think I may try to remember to go back to doing some of that because it actually is a lot of fun to do like movie trivia while we're in the show. So, all right, so let's see here. I've got the graphic here, and I'm getting it set up to where we can see it. I'm going to stretch it just a little bit here, so it's going to look a little. Well, I'll tell you. I'll just put it like that. Screw it. Okay, we'll just do it like this. All right, so this is what the new graphic looks like. Now, here's the main difference with this new graphic. Is they're now going to show alerts for inland areas as well. As a part of a suite of product improvements in the 2026 hurricane season, NOAA's National Hurricane Center is implementing 2 new tropical products and services as new operational hurricane track cone map and a new storm surge alert for Hawaii. These improvements empower communities to prepare early and more effectively for dangerous hazards from tropical storms and hurricanes. The improved, now we're not going to deal much with the Hawaii one, but I do want to talk about for sure this one here that affects everybody. Improved tropical cyclone forecast cone. Now, you may be way up in the middle of the country. You still get these things go by every now and then. Of course, they're not near as strong, but you still get them go by every now and then. And so this is good because it gives you inland warnings. I like which storm do they use? Oh, Milton. Well, there you go. You can see there that instead of just the coast being outlined, now the inland areas are also outlined. And I think that's a good thing. I think this is a good improvement. The tropical cyclone graphic helps communities remain vigilant. I hate how they write this. It's so stupid government speak. In 26, the forecast cone will now include tropical storm and hurricane watches and warnings for inland areas as well as coastal areas. The additional information follows a successful experimentation phase last year. They did offer this as an option last year, which demonstrates the improved forecast cone enabled inland communities to better understand and prepare for the danger. Something else they did last year that they're continuing, notice there's no line anymore. They took the line away. You know why? Because everybody used to fixate on where the line was. And it really doesn't matter where the line was. When Ian hit us directly, we were on the far right of the forecast cone 24 hours before. On the far right. In fact, it went right through, it bisected Cape Coral. And when that storm came in, the right eye wall bisected Cape Coral. So, that's how the eye literally rolled along the eastern side of the cone coming in. Were they wrong? No, it was still within the cone, but just barely. Literally, the eye wall was right on the edge of the cone from the day before. This is not a storm that's happening now. I'm showing you a new forecast map. This is a new forecast. This is not a current storm. If you notice the date, this is Tuesday, October 8th, 2024. This was several years ago. This one flooded my mother's house a second time, or was it this one that flooded it the third time? I don't remember. Anyway, what to know about the cone? Okay, here it is. Incorporates all land-based coastal and inland tropical storm and hurricane watches and warnings. In effect for the continental United States, Hawaii, Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. It's hard to believe all the virgins come from one island. But anyway, I'm still trying to get my head wrapped around that. Uses single shading for the entire 5-day outlook cone. Okay, so if there's a warning for you anytime during the 5-day cone, you're going to get that. It's going to be on this map. Let's see here. Legends depict symbols for areas where a hurricane watch and tropical storm warning are both in effect. And see, that's where they got the stripes. See the stripes? The pink and then the blue stripes in Naples and Hendry County there. That's because that's showing you that there is actually 2 different warnings. There's a hurricane watch and a tropical storm warning for that area. So that's what it's telling you. And then the full or intermediate tropical cone advisories will be publicly available on hurricane.gov. So in other words, they're going to be issuing full and intermediate tropical advisories again this year, which is good. Normally what they do when a storm is more than 3 days away from landfall, they'll issue every 6 hours. When it gets so close, they'll suddenly announce, hey, we're going to start issuing every 3 hours. And then at some point, if you got a major hurricane and it's bearing down on land, they'll begin issuing hourly updates. They'll literally give one of these out every hour. Well, Victor, the most likely time for Florida to get a hurricane is August and September. September is technically the busiest month. And we get them coming out of the Caribbean, we get them coming out of the Gulf of America, and we also get them coming off of the intertropical convergence. So it's one of those things where we're in a spot where August and September, Florida can get just about anything from just about any angle. Yeah. Well, hey, there you go. I'm glad you guys are here. But yeah, there you go. There's yeah, even you can get a hurricane in July, and you can certainly get one in October. But usually it's August and September, and that's because there's three or four things you're looking for. Number one, it's always sea surface temperature. Sea surface temperature. That's the engine. That's the fuel that feeds the engine. Okay, you can have a wonderful engine and a great transmission and great tires, but if you don't have any gasoline, you ain't going anywhere. And that's where we're at with the heating and the water. That's it. And then you need a really good environment. Okay, that's your transmission, if you will. You need a fine working machine. That's your motor. Everything has to work out just right. If you get too much wind shear up and down, or vertical or horizontal wind shear, different kinds of wind shear, it all tends to degrade the storms. When you get a perfect environment, you get high pressure aloft, you get low pressure underneath. Boom, you get your hurricane starting to form. If you've never gotten into the science of meteorology or the science of hurricanes, I challenge you this season to be geeky like me. And I mean, when I was a kid, I want you guys to picture this, okay? When I was a kid, I had a big wall in my bedroom, a big, huge wall. And I had a couple of strips I'd put on it so I could hang big maps on it. And my dad let me put up these furring strips so that I could tack to it. And I had a huge, I would pay for it every year. I would buy it. There was a store in town that had this kind of stuff. It was a big stationery store, and he had maps and nautical stuff and things in there. And I used to buy these big hurricane maps. I started with the ones out of the newspaper, but they were way too small and bullshit. I would get these big, huge ones so that I could make notes on it. And I had, every year, I had one of these maps folded up. And if you asked me, wasn't there a big storm in 1983, I could pull out my map and I'd have every storm all mapped out with all the numbers and everything. I have always been into hurricanes. Always. And I just, if you're into science but you've never really got into a hurricane, get into it this year, man. Start checking the models and just start really trying to figure out what you think it's going to do. And of course, then we'll have full coverage here when it does get near land. Well, stay around. I don't know how to pronounce it. Is it Sanguine? I'm sorry, Umbra. Yes, I'm so sorry. I screw up everybody's name. But anyway, listen. If you have a crappy laptop, listen to this next segment, because I'm going to be in just a few minutes. I'm going to be talking about. I just redid some computers back here. And I've got one installed, one that's messed up and I got to work on it, and one that's almost installed, Linux. I'm going to talk to you guys about that in a few minutes. It'll make your 8-year-old laptop work like it's brand new again. I'm telling you. Call me crazy. I just did it. I can show it to you. All right, so we're going to finish this up here, and then we're going to get right to that. The National Hurricane Center this year will also be introducing a new experimental version of the National Hurricane Center Tropical Cyclone Track Forecast Cone. Since its debut in 2002, the cone has shown where the Tropical Cyclones Forecast Center is likely to go based on past forecast calculation. Beginning in 26, the experimental cone will use ellipses anchored at each NHC forecast point, allowing for the experimental cone and capture range of possibilities for both the speed and direction of the tropical cyclone. So in other words, instead of one long cone, they're going to have circles. They're going back, I guess, back to what we used to have, which is kind of the circles. I don't know. That's not what they showed in the graphics, but anyway. They're also doing they're going to have a new storm surge map this year that you can actually zoom right into the canal behind your house and see what the forecast is. By the way, my mom's house got flooded 3 times. I want to tell you guys, they overdid one of the forecasts a little bit, but it was because they were nervous coming out of Ian. They were right on the money with Ian. They told us we were going to get so much surge. That's exactly what we got, within a foot, all 3 times. Now, the one, they said it was going to be 12 feet, and it ended up only being 6 feet, but they revised that hours before, and they kept saying, okay, it's not going to be as bad, it's going to be a little further out. But the point is these maps are so important. This is the new potential flood surge map that I can show you guys here. And this is what it looks like. And when we're looking at a flood situation, you'll see this map, and you'll be able to see that it's got all the different levels at the bottom down there, all the way to red, which you can't really see. And you can see what the flooding is going to be, and you'll be able to zoom in on this map right down to the, right into the bay and right into the canal that runs behind your house, basically. It basically shows anywhere the water is going to be on top of the land that's normally not there, which I think is going to be a nice tool. Anyway, so that's that. And I just, again, wanted to show you guys what I was doing with that. Now, the second thing I want to talk about real quick is you guys, one of you guys, and let me know, remind me who it was. But one of you guys told me about Zoran. Yes, it is peaceful over there tonight so far. One of you guys told me about Zoran, and I'm not talking about Zoran Mamdani, the commie. I'm talking about Zoran, the Linux operating system. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go look it up. When you guys give me stuff, I look it up, and I went and I looked up the operating system, and I put it in my. I took this machine right here. Hold on just a second. I think my cat stepped on the keyboard. I took this computer. It's a thin client, and which all that is, it's a little HP mini desktop is all it is. It's like a little HP mini desktop, and I took that, and oh, where did it go? I wanted to get the radar up, but where did it go? Oh, I think I gotta choose the new one. Okay, there we go. All right, so here's the composite for the radar tonight. There's not a lot going on, as you can see. A little bit in the northeast and a little bit in the northwest. Not a whole lot going on tonight. We had kind of an early start to tornado season, but now it is going to calm back down for a few weeks, I think. Anyway, I'll find something else to go there in just a minute. So, I found this thing. You guys told me about this thing called Zoran. Yeah, it's Zorin operating system. And so far, I would recommend this. I think it's really good. I've had a lot of good with it so far. Yeah, nothing says you're a winner like dressing up in a frog suit. I agree. Well, look, if I was going for a really good job, I mean, one I really wanted, one I couldn't lose, I would definitely get an inflatable frog suit. You can't go wrong. Anyway, I just put the link in there. Guys, if you got an old Windows machine, an old piece of shit, this will probably work in it, and you can dual boot it. If you got enough hard drive space, you can dual boot it and keep your Windows system on there. I installed this system on my computer, and I have been absolutely impressed by how fast the computer is now. It is just absolutely fast. And so I wanted to I don't work for these people. I sometimes feel like you guys think I'm doing paid endorsements and shit, and I'm not. It's just when I find something that works, I'm excited about it because so much in this world is absolute shit. That when I actually find something that's good, it excites me. In terms, it makes me wet. I just absolutely love it because I'm just so unused to being pleased, and I did. That sounds terrible, but I'm just so used to nothing ever working out. Anyway, this is what it looks like. This is the website. Make your computer more powerful. Who was it that recommended this to me? Was it you, Deploribus? Oh wait, there's you got. Let me see what this link is. Hold on. Oh, Vancouver, Washington. Okay, so this is going to be Ground Zero PDX. And I'm going to put that in here. I'm going to replace out the volcano because we ain't seeing that volcano for the rest of the night. I can guarantee you. As my father would say, I guarantee it. So we're going to do that. I'm going to take away the texting. There we go. That's going to go there as soon as it gets done playing a commercial for you. There we go. All right, so that's the ICE protest that's going on there. I got that up for you. We'll let that go. All right, so back to this. We're did I miss anything? Let me look here. Oh, the trolls are here. Thank God the trolls are here. Trolls, where have you been? We've been looking for you guys for days. Where have you been? It's this one guy that's got 5 different browsers running on his mom's computer. Yeah, I know who it is. I'm glad you guys are here. Hey, this goes out to you guys. Our sponsor for this half hour, Trumpinol. Quit being a crazy bitch. Get some Trumpinol.
Do you have a family member that has gone off the deep end, lost all connection with reality? Are they suffering uncontrolled crying and an unexplainable hatred for Donald Trump? Do you want to get that loved one back? Introducing MAGA Strength Trumpinol, a medication specifically formulated to treat the symptoms of Trump derangement syndrome. It reverses the debilitating effects of TDS and brings normalcy and reason back into focus. Get your loved one back today with Trumpinol.
Side effects include sudden onset of personal responsibility and a strange desire to pay your own bills. Uncontrollable urge to say thank you to service workers and law enforcement, mild to severe improvement in critical thinking skills, may cause enthusiastic patriotism, flag waving, and an inexplicable urge to get a job or start a nuclear family, increased tolerance for differing political opinions, sudden appreciation for border security and law and order, temporary loss of victimhood identity, patients report feeling oddly empowered instead, development of a functional sense of humor about political figures, may develop immunity to corporate media fear porn, may cause you to stop virtue signaling on social media and start building something real in the physical world. Do not take if you are allergic to winning, common sense, or constitutional republics.
Trumpinol, the leading treatment for acute Trump derangement syndrome in adults. Get Trumpinol today, wherever psychedelic or hallucinogenic drugs are sold. Stop being a crazy bitch. Get Trumpinol today.
Trumpinol, welcome back to reality.
And we do definitely want to welcome you back to reality because, you know, it can be a real mess out there when you don't know what the hell's going on. I kind of feel bad for these people because when you've got Trump derangement syndrome, you will suddenly and inexplicably just become depressed and upset. And it's been caused, people have unalived themselves over it. And I don't like to see that. So get some Trumpinol today. And quit being such a raging crazy bitch. And where are all those trolls? No, guys, honestly, I glanced up and looked at the wrong chat room. No, I don't know where all our trolls are. Where are all trolls? I looked up and saw 3 or 4 trolls in there, and I'm like, oh, the trolls are here. And then right as I said it, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. No, that's a different chat room. That was actually the chat room for the one I pulled up that they gave me the link for. All right, so anyway, when I pull up the links you guys send me, they go up over the top of my chat room. Anyway, let's see. Canna, there's no rush. Seriously, I do appreciate all you guys. There's no memberships are great. I appreciate it, but the truth is, it's not necessary, and I appreciate you either way. So it's all good. But yeah, memberships are out there. If you guys want them, they're $2. That's it, $2 a month. And here's the thing, I give you guys 3 or 4 little perks here and there. But here's the other thing. You get to use the extra emoticons, and you get the little rank next to your name. But we are definitely starting right off the bat in about 3 or 4 weeks. We're going to have our first Zoom meeting. And all the members, I'm going to fire all of you a special link to that Zoom meeting. And we're just going to sit around and bullshit. It'll be on a day and a time. I'm thinking maybe, Sunday early. Around 6 or 7 p.m. or something, a couple hours before the show, we'll do a Zoom meeting, and we'll sit and we'll get to talk, and we'll get to throw ideas around for the channel, and talk about other things we can do, and I think it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, Zoran, I downloaded the one that's free, and it's already doing everything. I'm broadcasting. You guys see the middle one at the top up there? The one in the middle that has the purple logo in the middle? That's my feed. I'm actually rebroadcasting my feed right up there. And you can see it's got the radar, it's got the plane tracker, it's got the TZR alerts, the red alerts out of Israel. And it's also got a bunch of live views up there. That is live. And that's going out. And that's on a computer that when I woke up this morning had Windows 10 in it. And what I did was I went and I took this and I installed this in it. And here's what's cool. When you install this, if you get the $50 version, it gives you like 20 options on what you want it to look like. You can make it look like Windows 7, like Windows 10. You can make it look like Windows 11. You can make it look like Apple OS. You can make it look like whatever you want to make it look like, which I think that's pretty cool in itself. Although what it comes with is very similar. It's kind of a hybrid between what I was used to on my Linux machine. It's kind of halfway between that and Windows 10. It's kind of somewhere in between, and I like it. Let me tell you, the number one thing I can say about this, there's no learning curve. There's none. I went on the website and I downloaded the program, and you download the program onto either that computer or to your other computer. It doesn't matter. You download it onto one of the computers, and then you download another program. This is all on here. It's called B'Elanna Etcher, named after the engineer on Star Trek Voyager. It's called B'Elanna Etcher. It's all on there. You don't need to remember any of this. And then you run Etcher. You show Etcher where that program is you just downloaded, and it makes on your blank thumb drive, it will make a bootable thumb drive. Then you turn around and you put that bootable thumb drive in whatever computer you want to do this with, and you reboot the computer. And when you reboot it, you got to find out on that computer what button you got to hit to get into the boot order menu. And then you just get into that and you boot it off of the thumb drive. And it gives you the option to try it or to wipe out everything and fully install it. But you can run it, you can run a full version of it, and it will still leave your Windows system on there and all your files on there if your hard drive's big enough. So if you got a big hard drive and it's not full of bullshit, then you could what they call dual boot. And that means that you would be offered an option of which one you want to load. I would go ahead. I'm getting rid of Windows and I'm just installing it on there. So anyway, this one's been up since about 1 o'clock this afternoon, and it's running smooth. What used to take 100% of the system resources, what used to only work for 12 to 24 hours before it would error out and lock up and die, seems to be running great right now. And I'm hoping this Linux system here has broadcast on YouTube as long as 47 consecutive days, and only a power outage took it out. So I am convinced this is the way to do it for broadcasting. It may even be the way to do it for you. If you've got an old laptop, like let's say you've got two computers, but one of them's this old laptop and you don't use it anymore because it's really slow, that's what this works great on, because it has a much lower hardware requirement. And it can extend the life of your PC. What they mean by that is, okay, so you had Windows 10, it was slow, and Windows 11 says you can't update, so now you got to buy another one, right? No, wrong. You can put this in your old one. You can put this in your Windows 7 PC. I think this will go all the way back to like Windows XP. If you're putting it in an old computer, there's a special graphics mode. It'll say for older PCs, try this, and that's what you would want to do. But for all your newer ones, 10 years ago and up, you just install it normal, and it's right there. It will speed up your computer. So Windows does not want you keeping a computer. See, one of the things Windows does is it works out an agreement with all these manufacturers that make computers, right? And what they do is they say, you agree to work with us and we agree to work with you. And what we're going to do is we're going to make our hardware to where it will, or our software will only work with your hardware for another 8 years, and then it's going to become obsolete. And that way, they have to buy more computers. And in turn, then they have to buy more Windows systems. And so then they have, because they all bought Windows systems, now in 8 years, those are going to go bad again. You're not going to be able to update. You ever wonder why every other Windows version is complete shit? This is all a big deal. They do this on purpose. It's total bullshit. I'm not doing it no more. I'm out of the Windows business. I'm getting out of it. I hope to have even this computer running Linux in the next 6 months or so. It'll be the last one I do. I would like to go ahead and at some point I'm going to have a Linux machine that will do this show, and we'll try it out one night. And once that's up, then I can take this one down and try to do this one. Anyway, let's see here. Dispatch, we can obviously try to work something out like that, yeah. I mean, I agree. I don't know how to do that. It's, I guess we could just, there's only a few people on the other list we can just invite from both lists. We'll figure something out. I'm not worried about that. We'll get it figured out. UFO podcast live shows. Nice. Is this the one you guys are watching? Yeah, I got two live feeds right now going on over on Starship After Dark. And I'd really appreciate if you guys would stop by there later after the show, and you know, hang out for a few minutes and hit the thumbs up and all that kind of good stuff. I'm trying really hard to get that channel going, but I don't host content over there. It's all organic in a way because it's all just people that have found it. Anyway, those are the two different. There are the two different broadcasts I got going on right now, and they're just Middle East monitors. Different, you know. You can see one of them right there, the upper one. Anyway, so I just wanted to tell you guys about the Zorin OS. It's an amazing thing. I'm going to keep you guys advised on how it goes. I will tell you, it seems to do pretty much everything I've needed it to do so far. I've installed some stuff in it. Everything goes in really easy. I have yet to be confronted with a command prompt. And you guys know that's kind of my pet peeve. So, it's supposed to make your games run quicker. And it's supposed to do a lot of that kind of stuff. So anyway, not a sales ad for these people. But I will say that at first blush, I really like this thing. Oh, that's cool, Matt. I appreciate that. I've been at work, so I haven't checked over there much. I know it's still running. I know they're both still running over there. I got one's this one right here, and one is this one right here. This one is in some kind of distress right now. It booted back into Windows, so I don't know what's wrong with it. It's not installing on this one. That one back there is installing. I answer a few more questions, and it should finish up. Let's see. There we go. That was the final warning that it's going to erase everything on the disk. And that's how I do it. I don't want Windows on there. I just want rid of it. I want something that's going to work. Look, if I can get all this stuff up and running here, you'll see that Starship After Dark will have 5 or 6 or 7 channels of stuff on it. It'll have stuff going on all the time. I'm going to have an FT8 monitor on there that will have you can actually go on and call the station and see if I can hear you. I'm going to have a MMSS TV monitor where we're watching all of the images being sent around the world on the MMSS TV or the slow scan TV with amateur radio, and you can send pictures to the channel and see if we can hear you. That's going back up now that we've got the new Linux coming in. I'm also going to be putting up several police scanners like Chicago Scanner, City of New York. I put up different scanners on that new scanner delay program that we have. It works really well. You can hear all the conversations. Nothing gets cut off. You get to hear everything. It spools up. It's really neat. There's no dead air. I think it's really cool. So we're going to have that going on a couple of different things. Plus, we're going to have the 7.2 backup, which is like the Rude channel over on ham radio. It's really fun to listen to. The guys are nuts. We're going to have the 7.2 backup. And then, of course, we're going to have these two here doing the stuff out of the Middle East. And so I plan to have them all going in about a week, within a week and a half at the most. Oh, I'm sorry, Dispatch. That was you. Well, thank you very much. I do appreciate you guys going over there and leaving messages because it helps the channel. Any engagement at all over there helps the channel. Yeah, it's pretty cool over there. It's similar to what we got here, except there's no host. The one has NATS, what we call NATS, which is natural sound from the Middle East. And the other one, well, yeah, it's playing all of the music, all of my patriotic music playing in there on a loop. About every 4 or 5 hours it loops. And so it's pretty cool. You can just put that on and let it play. Yeah, I got that link you guys put into that UFO show. Is that one of you guys' shows? The podcast UFO live show? Whose is that? Dispatch Center, that's your show? Seriously? You're doing good. I had no idea you were a successful content creator. That's pretty cool. It's the podcast UFO live show, right? All right, I just subscribed to you. And I will subscribe to you with my other channel, too. Well, that's awesome, Dispatch. Listen, you promote your show on here as much as you want. All right? That's awesome. We got to help each other out on here. If you guys are content creators, I will work with you, okay? I don't compete. I cooperate. So, unless you're trying to directly compete with me on my exact same time slot or something, I'm in. Let's do it. Let's work together. It's important for up-and-coming shows like this one and like yours and others that are in that 10,000 to 100,000 subscriber range. It's one of the most important things we can all do for each other is just work together. Try to help each other get the word out on the algorithms. Yeah, I'm going to check it out. I'm going to go watch some of the videos. I'm into UFO stuff like crazy. I don't center my show around it. I do paranormal. I'll even talk ghosts if you guys want to. I ran a damn paranormal research group for a few years. So, I love that stuff. So, yeah, absolutely. Let's help each other out. Very much. All right, so let's see what else we got going on here. There's not a lot going on with the weather tonight. It's one of those weird nights. There's just not a whole lot going on. We do have some more of this crap coming through. You know, when the weather gets shitty up in Washington, Oregon, when the weather does, it can be nice up there for a long time, but when it gets shitty, it stays shitty, and it's crap. It's nasty and cold and rainy. Lots of mixed precip here in Idaho. That looks like a real mess right there. That's like a mixed bag right there. Oh, man. You don't want to be messing with that. But, yeah, and then the only other rain is fizzling out down here. We had such a warm day down here that we actually had some scoop and lift type thunderstorms here where the wind comes in. We get that lifting motion over the land, and we get these pop-up storms. And this one here has been giving me some rain. I'm right over in this area here. And it came from over here, went over us, and now here it is down over Boca Grande and over coming off the Yucatan Peninsula. Or, I'm sorry, coming off the Cape Hayes Peninsula. The Yucatan Peninsula is the big one on the other side. Anyway, and coming down towards the Pine Island there and all that. This is Sanibel right here, Captiva here, Sanibel, this long one here, and then this is Pine Island here. So getting some rain out there. And most of my county here is getting some rain. We need it. We are in a deficit. So nobody's complaining down here right now. And these here, they look like they're wanting to move towards the coast. So there still may be a coastal shower here on the Space Coast. Anywhere south of Jax, you could easily see a storm coming on shore through the evening. But no severe weather tonight. We do have some minor flooding, some flood forecast points coming up, but there's really no warnings even out there anywhere in the country right now. So there you go. That's what we have. That's the weather roundup. Clearfield, Utah today, upper 80s. There you go. Yeah, we may get one more blast of cold weather here. There's still time to get one good one in. Yep. Yeah, we've had some days where it's gotten in the upper 80s, 88, 89. It's terrible. 98 in Phoenix today. Well, there you go. You guys are getting back to it. I had a buddy years ago that worked on the Phoenix Fire Department, or a fire department near Phoenix. I'm not sure exactly which one. And he said it got so hot out there. It gets so hot out there, the asphalt would get loose. He said it was just absolutely nuts how hot it would get out there. The trucks out there, when Emergency One used to make trucks, I think they still do, they would make the trucks for Phoenix. And Phoenix would order them 40 at a time, these big Class A engines. And the engines did not have air conditioners in them. They had a reefer unit sitting on the roof. It was a refrigerator unit designed to get a trailer down to 48 degrees. And they stick that thing on the top of the truck. So no matter, it can be 140 outside with direct sunlight, and you can crank that thing on and get that cab down to 70 degrees so those guys are comfortable. And I know that sounds crazy, but even down here, we had an air conditioner in our fire truck, and it was damn near worthless. It was damn near worthless. It was a regular truck air conditioner, but this thing had a huge, big square cab on it with no insulation at all. The doors, everything. I don't know. It was worthless. The air conditioning was literally just about worthless. They used to work on it and fix it, but the truth it was so insufficient. And then when we saw these Phoenix trucks rolling out, we're like, man, look at that. That's what we needed on our truck, was a reefer unit, man. And put the freezer one on there. Let's get it right down to 32, you know. Look, I'm telling you, nothing would be better than a nice cold air conditioner on the way home from a big hot fire. And we didn't have it. None of our trucks had AC. That was all. There was always the guys arguing over who got the ride back in the service truck because the pickup truck had air in it. They'd always be like, "Hey, I'll take the service truck back." No, the hell you will. I drove it here. I'm driving it back. Oh man. Anyway, those were the days. Yeah, we've had some red flags. Now, red flag warnings not as much this last week because we have had intermittent rain here, and that rain has created a situation where the drought is not as critical as it was just a short time. And there's that woman again. Why does she keep coming up on my show? I want to know. I want to know. She's like sitting in her bed talking about philosophy or something. I don't even know. I don't get it. What's going on? What happened? What did she do for YouTube to get them to like put her channel up so much? I don't know what the hell happened there. I think this guy might be having some trouble here. I don't know. This is that Ground Zero PDX. Okay, he's back up again. It's a new link. So let me get this put in. Because it did. It came up. He went down and came back up with a new link. And that's why that woman popped up. All right, there we go. This is the ICE protests. It doesn't say where. Okay, and we do now have a view out of Portland, it looks like. See if I can get that going here. I hate these upright formats. They're just so bad. Okay, there we go. All right, so that's Portland there, right here above me. That's Portland. And then the other ones are, I'm not sure. Let's see, this one doesn't say either. I got two different streams up of this protest, and neither one of them have in the title or the description or anywhere where it is. It's like, how are these people even remotely successful on YouTube? Okay, yeah, there's that guy. The America First guy, that's counter protest. I don't know if we've got audio that I can take, but let's try it.
You've leveled up in your membership. You're 2 months in now.
There's always music. They're so stupid with the music.
Capitate.
Oh, 85 viewers.
Didn't you hit 50 subscribers? Have another taco?
Oh my goodness. What the hell is that?
85 viewers though, that's not bad. I mean, I'm at 87 right now.
Absolutely enthralling.
Oh no.
Music, dude, they're pumping music. It's like, you idiots, you want us to put you on TV, and then you pump copyrighted music and use cuss words constantly. They're stupid people. I don't know what else to say.
It's sticking to my hood. I didn't think that out. Didn't think that out well.
I spent 2 weeks trying to figure my hat out, and it just says F ice. I don't care.
You're up to 6 subscribers, Lisa Lynn. More people should check out your channel. Is your Lisa Lynn, is your YouTube channel Lisa Lynn Lee 17? Lisa Lynn does really good YouTube shorts that are worth checking out. I think mainly on other platforms, but they're on YouTube now. She also made up like a filth music playlist that I'm gonna play a song from later tonight. Oh, Jordy's setting up a speaker over there.
Oh boy, another wedding singer.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how loud the music is from that speaker.
What is this guy dressed up as? I'm trying to figure it out.
Tonight would be a good inaugural.
Everybody loves him because there's 9 cameras on him right now. What is he dressed up as? Is he dressed up as an old hag?
Oh, what Bruce said? Oh, yeah.
I think he might be a counter protester making fun of the blue hairs, but I'm not sure. Let me see if I get audio. Yeah, this is him, upper left, and about 4 other screens.
Smash that like button, guys.
Why you got blue ramen noodles on your head, bro? Why you got blue ramen noodles on your head?
Yay!
Terms went out in the 80s, and trannies is going out now. So you got 2 things going on pretty bad, dude. You're looking real dumb about now.
What the hell is going on down there?
He's like, I know, I'll show how special I am. You did that for sure. You did that for sure. You special as special can be.
Why are you gay?
Yeah, you know, a lot of people, Matt, a lot of people did not like the fact they didn't like those movies. They didn't like that. I thought it was clever. I thought it was cool. I thought the JJ movies were entertaining. I don't look at them as canon because they're not. They're in another universe. They're literally in an alternate timeline. So I like those movies. All 3 of them. Alex Kurtzman had not much to do with them, most of them. Oh, hey, the bisexuals are back at Portland. The bisexuals have arrived, ladies and gentlemen, at Portland. This is a news alert on Starship Adventures. We now have the bisexuals have arrived at the Portland protest. We now have confirmed 4 protesters. 4 protesters now protesting in Portland, Oregon. The bisexuals have arrived. Yeah, he died in a freak accident, Matt. His car didn't go in the park all the way and it backed over him or some shit while he was closing his gate. And you know, you think that kind of stuff doesn't happen. Would you believe in my almost 20 years in public safety, I ran 2 calls where people's vehicles, they thought they were in park and they weren't, and they ended up running them over. I know it's crazy. I even think about it here when I come in and pull my car in and go back and unlock the gate, but I don't leave it running. So, but you know, you think about that. It's like, it's crazy. That was a freak death. And the guy, Walter Koenig, who played the original Pavel Chekhov, is still alive. But he's not doing well. I hear he's got dementia pretty bad. Mark, at Portland, that's the bisexual flag, the one flag there, and then the other one is the complete acceptance flag, where you've got the LGBTQIA2S+ down from top to bottom, and then from right to left you've got all the different colors of people and things and places. That flag basically means everybody but straight white males. Yeah, yellow, it's not as freaky as it is a freak accident, but not quite as freaky as people realize. Oh, Ed Earl wants in.
Come on, Eddie. Come on. So you want
What's wrong, dude? Mama's right here. She's just off camera. She's being a little shy tonight. And Ed Earl's in. He's back there eating. And the rain's coming down. That's why he was yelling, because he was getting wet. My little breezeway here between my house and my studio is not covered, so when it's raining, you can get a little wet.
We're just talking.
I mean, we're all ill. If somebody has anorexia, do we affirm it and say, yeah, you're too skinny, keep growing up, keep losing weight, or do we give them the mental health help that they need?
Hey, Ed, say hi to everybody. You're wet, buddy. You're totally wet, dude.
Yeah.
It's raining out there. He's like, yeah, I know. It hasn't done that in months. What the hell's going on?
Right? They're all doing, woman face is just as bad as black face, if you look at it. You know, over 900 medals have been stolen from biological women by biological men? No, just for real women. Just for real women. Hear your hateful shit. Is that right? You guys, God bless you.
I figured there was something else. I just didn't know when and where.
Hey, you guys agree?
Thank you.
I think that liberal Santa Claus guy's back. You know, it's pretty bad. I've been covering these things for so long. I'm getting to where I know all the actors, all the players. Oh, we got 6 people now. 6 people at the Portland rally. Oh, a 7th just showed up, but he doesn't have his head on yet. Yeah, he's still getting suited up. I think he's going to be a chicken. Here we go. He's got to turn his little air pump on so he can be all pumped up. Ed Earl, they're calling for you, buddy. What is she saying?
It's hard to tell. I really don't know anymore. Yeah, but I don't care if I can't tell or not. It's scientifically, yeah, that's fucked up because that's fooling me. That's fooling me into thinking that that's a woman when it's really a man. It does matter.
That's what it is. It's chickens for Palestine.
That's my opinion. No, man.
Maybe it's pigs for Muslims.
I don't feel like that's the right thing to do morally.
Oh my God. Yeah, we're glad you're here, Heath. That's cool. If I was up there, I'd come see you, but 11 hours is a long way to come see a friend in the hospital, I gotta say.
I don't agree with all that. I'm just having a hard time hearing you too. Sorry, I don't think you know what my charge was.
The lesbian on fire flag. Yeah, I don't know what that one looks like either. Oh, it's a Tweety. We got a Tweety bird. It's not a chicken, it's a Tweety bird. We've got a Tweety bird. Let me...
I know, but you notice how we move around a lot. I'm sure we're talking. Say Lakin Riley's name.
Yeah, we got some counter protesters for sure down there. I like to hear that. You know, it's, if you want to say good. You want to say that the good lady's name, that's fine. Say Lincoln Riley also. Yeah, let's say all the names. Let's say all the names of the people, the 2 women just this week that were killed by illegal immigration. That were killed by illegal immigrants. Let's talk about those. That's what we should be talking about. You're right. Yeah. I know the music is everywhere.
You guys agree? No. I'm also a Nazi, apparently. You know, not so, not. Yeah, it's a cool hat, though. No, I don't actually literally like. He's not. What? Oh my god. I'll keep doing what I'm doing. Yeah, dude, I put on driving while suspended. Oh my god, he's a criminal.
Okay, I'm having trouble with this stream. I just set up a second stream.
So there we go.
Can I get the mods to pull?
Ooh, let me turn that off. Holy shit. Sorry about that. Looked like it was a little loud there. Yeah, this is our, here's your ICE protest. You've got the rainbow bright, unicorn, eunuch horse looking thing. And then you got the Tweety bird that's consistently pointing to the left. And then you have the dinosaur that is holding both the bisexual flag and the complete unity, we love everybody except straight white males, they suck flag. And then you see a couple of other people there just dressed like normal people. And then you've always got the one person on their bicycle. I think that has to do with I don't want to get arrested, so if they start coming out my ass is assholes and elbows, I'm out of here. I think that's what that is. Hi, Eddie. Hello, Ed. Surprised to see me, Ed? All right. All right, Dom, you have a good night, man. We'll catch you later on. All right, let's get back to this. Yep, and it looks like, believe it or not, I know this is not going to surprise anybody, but that one has gone out, and it's gone back to that woman again, of course, because she comes up every moment of every day. Boy, the crazies came out tonight, guys. I don't know what, we haven't seen a whole lot of crazies in the last few days. Last 3 or 4 days, it's been relatively quiet. But, man, I got to tell you, the crazies have come out. They have arrived.
Why do they always say that? I'm literally walking 10 feet. We're in the same area. I'm in the same area. Nobody cares.
Ed Earl, they're talking about you on there.
What do you want to know? Who cares? You can get the real information on the court case if you want it, but you guys just want a title. That's how you guys go for it. Just a TikTok title and think that matters. So what? So what?
I do like that there's counter protesters. So often the protesters show up and there's no counter protest. I like when there's counter protesters.
Yeah. Yeah. These are people. These are the people that come to your community and want to take peas next to your daughter with their dick. They want to pee in the bathroom next to your daughter with their dick out. It literally says.
Yeah, the Democrats are just pissed because their plan to screw up air travel's not working. Say hi, Ed. What do you see up there? Did you look at the? You looked right at the camera. You just broke the fourth wall, Ed. You're not supposed to do that. What are you doing? You just broke the fourth wall. You're not supposed to look at the camera. That's my boy. He's a good boy too. Yeah, he good boy. Yeah. Yeah, he's got catitude. They all got catitude. I mean, they pretty much run the place. Oh, I know, Ed. I know it. Oh. All right, so. We've evolved to just standing around calling each other pedophile and Nazi. That's what these idiots have evolved to. Yeah. They like you, Ed, not the protesters, just you. Yeah, that's my Eddie. And you know what? Most people go and spend $500 for a cat like this. He wandered up. He walked up to my house one day hungry. And I just started feeding him and petting him, and next thing you know, we're buddies. He just wandered up here. He looked my address up, I guess, and just came over. I don't even know where he came from. He doesn't look like any of the neighborhood cats, obviously. He's a pet store cat. He's some kind of purebred something, I don't know. Yeah, that's what we need is a Trump and all salesman. Boy, these guys, this could get interesting, guys. We've got them screaming and yelling. Ed, what are you doing, Ed? Ed, what are you doing, buddy? I don't know. I have no idea what that was all about. I know he hears something up there behind the camera, but there's nothing up there behind the camera. What do you hear, buddy? What are you possibly hearing? It's an unevolved language. I think you're right. You know, it's funny. I've never really been that big on the whole selling things or being a salesperson, but I love to do it for spoofs. Yeah, Ed's kind of co-hosting. Mama's over there. She's been great the last 2 or 3 nights, but tonight she don't seem into it. But Ed'll do it. It's raining outside, so Ed's perfectly fine hanging out inside right now. he usually wants me to come in and go to bed. That's usually, he sleeps in there with me. Him and my two younger boys, Littles and Ted, and then Daddy Kitty. Sometimes he comes in sometimes at night if it's cold, usually. And then if it's really cold, I got one or two others that come in. Blue will come in for sure, and Shadow. Sometimes Shadow will stay in here overnight if it's cold. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I've done a lot of philanthropy stuff younger in life. I don't do as much anymore. Yeah, he was telling you guys hi, all right. What was all that about? What was all that about, huh? Such a good cat. You're literally sitting right on the mouse. A lot of channels have gone live with this. There's a lot of different streams right now. Oh, wow, Yellow. Well, that's cool. I'm glad you were able to save that one. Mr. Ed. I don't know where we get these names. He's named after Ed Earl, which is the sheriff from Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. I wanted to call him Earl Grey after the tea that Jean-Luc Picard drank on Next Generation. I've never heard of that, Merlins. But there's a lot of feral cats that we feed them. I mean, there's people that feed them everywhere. I feed about 5 or 6 ferals every day here in my neighborhood that come here to eat. I feed any cat that comes up. But there's ladies that go out and feed. They literally go and I know one lady that goes to these stores and if they get the out-of-date cat food that they're getting ready to throw away, it's only out of date by a short time. It won't hurt those cats. And she gets those out-of-date bags because they can't sell them anymore. And they have to rip the top open. So they cut the top open, and she goes there, and she gets them. They leave them out for her. And she gets them and puts them in containers. And she uses them over the next week or two to feed all the feral cats in like 7 different locations. I've talked to that lady 2 or 3 times. Really nice lady. But I've never heard of a wildcat place like that. Nothing that big. They can't even spell the F word. Have you guys noticed that?
All of America, actually. That's all they can do is just say close the school. Yep. Ice is doing pretty good. Yep. So much winning, man. So much winning. Dude.
That dude's behind us. He's been over there behind us the whole time. He's been over there behind us the whole time. I've been keeping my eye on that dude the entire time I've been.
Mama wants you to come say hi. Come on. Come here.
I walked past him a couple times. He's been out here since we've been here. The one that was just all up across his face. I have my eye on him the whole time. I have my eye on him the whole time. I could feel him.
That's like how Asian people look now. Even like him.
No.
Like this too. Like Sean Baker, that's the look.
Go on, Ed.
They all gotta look.
Yeah.
They all gotta look.
I have to keep them separated, or they don't really fight, but she slaps the shit out of him, and I don't need that.
I was trying to find a place to set that down. I was trying to find a place to set that down. I was
Like, I'm pretty good, except, like, ice, the plays where I'll probably go hands-on a little quickly.
out here they have mutual combat.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. Washington does, yeah. Just like on, yeah, just like on freaking, yeah. That's why they're so scared. They're so they know that they're gonna have more come with us. Like they know that. Even if there's 10 of them, they know they're going to be back.
That's why I have to work the whole thing. I got 545 people in the chat. And man, smash that like button. If you haven't, hit the subscribe button. Do that too, because I got good content. Also, hit the bell icon so you know when I'm going live, when I'm posting new videos, other shit like that. Enjoy also the amazing emoji.
All right, guys, this is continuing live coverage here on Starship Adventures. We do have a couple of live protests going on, one in Portland, Oregon, and I'm not sure where exactly this other one is. It's weird because all the different videos that are showing it, none of them say where it is, which is kind of weird to me, but it just says live ICE protests, and that's it. I don't think this has any description either. Let's look. No description. No location. Yet he's got 600 people watching right now. This one's saying Los Angeles, Portland, Minnesota. I don't know. It still doesn't look like, that doesn't really look like LA, but I guess it could be. I don't know. I don't recognize the location. Both locations are in Portland. Thank you, Deploribus, because I had no idea. I knew the one was for sure because of the ice building and all that, but I wasn't sure on this other one. You guys like the new emoticon things, whatever you call them now, emojis? I thought the crazy screaming lady was funny. Vancouver, yeah, I think some of this is Vancouver, Washington. I knew some of it was definitely in another place. All right. The crazies are out. Notice how they're spreading out now? I think they're doing that on purpose because they know there's only about 50 or 60 people out there. I mean, really take a look at how many people, and a lot of these are MAGA people. A lot of these are YouTube or internet content providers, local media, embedded police, counter protesters, genuine onlookers and bystanders. When you start really looking at it, there's probably not 50 real protesters out here. And you know what these two girls are talking about? The one girl's like, I'm going to dress up and I'm going to go down there and I'm going to hold my flag because F Trump, because I don't like Trump, he's orange and he sucks. And then the other one's like, all right, I'll go down and stand next to you, but I'm keeping my scooter next to me because I want to be able to make a quick getaway. Ed? What was that? If you're down there, what was that over there? All right. That second one is finalizing its Linux install. So I don't know if I'll get it up tonight, but in the morning, as soon as I get out here first thing, I'll get it up doing something tomorrow. I may put it up on the MMSS TV or something like that. I want to see, I want to make sure it's going to work. Yeah, there's the little Tweety Bird chicken. Because if anybody can convince ICE to quit their job and go home to their families, I think it's that little Tweety Bird. I really do. I think that's it. I can't believe how much rain we're getting. It is still raining here. We do kind of have an occluded front sitting right over us. Yeah, it's like lingering right over. Just a light moderate rain. We need it, so I'm happy about it. Well, yeah, sarcastic Susie, I actually thought this way you're thinking as well, and I think you might be right, but I was thinking more just, I think they're spreading out to make it look like there's more chaos and more crap going on than there actually is. I mean, this is all they can muster. Of course, I will admit it's Wednesday night. There's nothing, I guess this was some thing that they scheduled or whatever, but probably a teachers union involved somewhere along the way. Those teachers unions are they're like the biggest problem we've got. The burger and whiskey bar across the street. But yeah, I mean, if you look, there's not there. I think a bunch of them's left. It's about to get dark, and you're probably down to 50 people here at the most. And I think about 20 of them are legit protesters. I want to see what happens Saturday. I do. We're going to go through that in just a minute. All right, so we're looking at this weekend, Saturday. We're looking at a nationwide protest. It's going to be a no kings protest. Since we don't have a king, I don't really know what it's all about, I guess. I mean, it's kind of stupid, really. They like Khomeini, and they like Kim Jong Un, and they like Maduro in Venezuela, from Venezuela, and they like all the bad guys. They do. They literally like all the bad guys, and I just don't understand it. But now all of a sudden they don't like kings. I don't know, and we don't have a king, so it's kind of really just an ignorant premise to begin with. But let's go with this. Let's see what we got here. Where's all the trolls tonight? Bring out the trolls. Where are the trolls? Okay, no kings protests and rallies this Saturday, March 22nd. No, what the fuck? What is wrong with this thing? Okay, here we go. Top planned rallies on March 28th. Here are some of the largest confirmed and predominantly promoted events for the main national day, March 28th. New York City, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m., 7th Avenue and Central Park South. They're planning a major march. Let's see. Los Angeles, California, 2 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. This is all in local time for each place I'm mentioning, not my time, but local time. At Los Angeles City Hall, they're marching to Gloria Molina Grand Park. St. Paul, Minneapolis, the Twin Cities, in Minnesota. That's the flagship national event. Expected tens of thousands to attend. And that, like I said, that's the flagship national event. St. Paul, Minneapolis, Twin Cities area. Also, Washington, D.C., 10 a.m. march across Memorial Bridge to Washington Monument, expecting 4,000 plus. Philadelphia, PA, noon at City Hall, march down Ben Franklin Parkway. San Francisco, California, 11:30 a.m., Embarcadero Plaza, march to the Civic Center. Chicago, Illinois, multiple large events planned downtown. Seattle, Washington, noon at Cal Anderson Park, and then they're marching to the Seattle Center. Boston, Mass, major downtown rally planned. Atlanta, Georgia, significant regional event planned for downtown Atlanta, Georgia. Denver, Colorado, large downtown gathering expected, thousands to attend. Mama, I need to be able to read the screen, please. Can you over just a little? Austin, Texas, downtown rally with music and speakers, thousands expected. Phoenix, Arizona, major valley-wide event in the Phoenix area. Detroit, Michigan, this is going to be one of the prominent Midwest rallies. Thousands are expected. Miami, Florida, this is expected to be midday in Miami, Florida. It's and it's supposed to be for the South Florida region. Las Vegas, Nevada Strip area protest. Not the stripper area, that's different. The strip area. And San Diego, California, multiple sites, including downtown. Sacramento, California, Minneapolis, Minnesota, joint events with St. Paul flagship. New Orleans, Louisiana, major Southern rally. Pittsburgh, PA, downtown gathering. A significant event in Ohio is planned at Cleveland. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, downtown march. And a State House area in Minneapolis, Indiana. Indianapolis, Indiana. I get my ins and my mins mixed up. And so there you go. Salt Lake City, Utah, large Utah turnout expected. And a regional rally in Missouri at Kansas City for the city that lives in two states there. And Oklahoma downtown action area, expecting a large protest there. And also New Mexico, Albuquerque, major Southwest event. And in Tucson, Arizona, two separate large rallies, expecting thousands in attendance. That's just the top 25. There's 1,000 of them. And so they're going to be everywhere. I don't know what kind of feeds we're going to get. I don't know what kind of action's going to be going on. I don't know anything. I'm wanting to do scanner feeds. I'm wanting to do a lot. So I'm working overtime between now and Saturday to get this room ready. I've got nothing scheduled between now and then, except I'm going to go have lunch with my mom one day. Other than that, that's it. I'm going to be here. I'm going to be getting everything ready. I plan to have all the Linux machines up and running, and we'll go from there. Yeah, it could be nothing. It could be the last couple times they had calls to action, there wasn't a lot going on. It wasn't near as big as they thought it was going to be. However, this is a big call. This is a big call. This is one of the 2 years, probably one of the 2 largest events of the year, probably. Go Linux, I agree. I'm hoping that by Saturday noon when I go live, I'm going to probably go live sometime midday. And when I go live, I'm hoping to have all my Linux machines up and running on Starship After Dark, all doing separate things. And then if I need to press them into action to cover protest stuff, I will. Yeah, there's going to be protesting everywhere. I don't know what they want to accomplish. I really don't. All right, and we've got first light in the Middle East. First light in the Middle East. We can start to see the sky lighting up there in Tel Aviv. Little girl, go home. She's already appeared on every camera up here. What's she even talking about? Does your mother know where you are, little girl?
You think I'm a Nazi, not the hat gives it away. See, come on, you're not that dumb. I already know. At least you're not that dumb, not the hat gives it away. See, come on, you're not that dumb. I already...
They got copyrighted music on all these damn channels. It's like, do you want us to carry it or not? Idiots. I don't know what this thing is on the left. Looks like a truck stop reject. There you go. There's probably about 20 protesters now out there. I don't know. I think we will see some big protests this weekend. I do. I think we're going to see some big ones. Yeah, there you go. I'm hoping to see counter protesting. I'm not looking for violence, but I'm wanting to see counter protesting. I want to see the MAGA folks show up. I want to see it. We're starting to see it. I want to see it. I want to see them come up and give these people back a piece of their own. You know what's great about arguing on our side? We got the high ground. I say this all the time, and it's true. We fight from the high ground. We have the moral high ground, the intellectual high ground, the political high ground, the philosophical high ground, and there's nothing they can do about it. They're the ones that are like, go terrorists. You know, they're the ones that the queers for LGBT or queers for Hamas. I have to tell you guys, of all the things I've ever seen in my life, that's probably the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. That's literally like the chickens forming a union for the fox. It's just absolutely nuts. Yeah, deploribus. Yeah, they'll have 300 show up. They'll claim 3,000. That's the way they do it. We all know how they conflate and inflate the numbers. So, yeah. Look, I thought about going out to ones here and doing some man on the street live stuff. The truth is, I have no one to go with me, and I'm too old a man to go fight physically anymore. So, it's I can't. I'm not going to put myself in that position. None of it changes anything, and there's several reasons for that. Number one, you know, when you get change over in Greece, or you get change in Turkey, or you get change in the UK, or in Israel, even in Australia, when they have protests over in these countries, they'll have 100,000 people show up, and they'll all have the same message. They're all protesting for the same thing, and they're all very serious and somewhat professional. Here, they even go crazy over there. Blocks, you know, lay in the middle of highways and stupid shit. Over here, it's almost like we don't take it seriously. Look at these guys. They're all smiling and laughing and have a great time. They don't give a shit about the people that are being deported. They don't give a shit about none of that. All they care about is they're doing their thing out here. It's a cult. This is basically a cult classic. But that's literally what it is. It's a cult. And these people are literally showing up every day to their cult meetings. And I've been saying this for a while, that these people literally show up at these things because this is their entertainment. This is what they do. Yeah, some are getting paid. Some are being otherwise compensated. Others are being motivated by those that are getting paid. And then even more of those just come for the perks and all the little things that go on. And then you've got a lot of people that are legitimate protesters, that they were talked into going out there and standing up for something, whatever, by friends, and most of those friends were probably being paid. So, yeah, this is basically like that. Like you said, it's a Rocky Horror Picture Show. This has literally been going on now for months and months and months. And it was the No Kings, and it was the, they've protested a little bit of everything along the way here. Of course, a big part of it's been ICE. There's been also the Maduro protests, the anti-war protests. It's all kind of rolled into one big mess. And the pro-printed signs and the printed T-shirts and the union bullshit, and them pulling up in a van and getting out. I mean, it's so obvious. Yeah, it's true. All the signs overseas are in English because they're talking to us in a lot of cases, or they're talking to our government, or they're talking to other English-speaking places. But yeah, you're right. If Greece is doing a protest about world economy or something, they want to put it in English because that's the universal language around the world. Yeah, oh yeah, a lot of these people, they're motivated by shit that's fake news, literally. They're motivated by all the wrong reasons. Most are motivated by information that's not even true, correct, or accurate. Yep, absolutely. All right, guys, we do have memberships now. They're $2 a month. Really, really cheap. We're going to do Zoom meetings. We're going to do all kinds of different stuff for members, for people who are members of the group. So please, if you'd like to do that, it's just $2 a month. It helps the channel out, and it helps with our algorithms too. I mostly did this because in order to grow as a channel, memberships are one of the things you really should do. And so I'm doing it. But I set it at the lowest rate possible, $1.99 a month. And with that, you get Zoom meetings and extra content, and you get the little thing next to your name, and you get extra emoticons of stuff that is relevant to the channel and so on and so forth. All right. Anything else, guys? I'm going to go ahead and sign off tonight. It looks like most of the protesters are leaving. It's getting dark there now in Washington. There's probably about 30 protesters left out there. If you guys have anything else, throw it in there, and we will talk about it before I sign off. And I will be working in the studio tomorrow until I head to work at 1:30. So I'll let you guys know how it goes tomorrow. I'm looking back there now, and it looks like I'm just about done on this one. That's it. Installation complete. You need to restart your system. So I now have another Linux machine as of right now. You can see it back there just over my shoulder restarting. That's it. And yeah. I had to get the media back out. So basically, you go to that website I gave you. All you need is a thumb drive to put this on your old computer. And it'll take that old computer and make it new again. Yeah, we'll talk about Zoran again tomorrow. Yes, Deploribus, thank you I think it was you that gave me the suggestion. One or two of you different people gave me the suggestion. I appreciate you guys going over to After Dark and just letting those run. It helps the channel out over there. Yeah, not to be confused with Zoran Mamdani. This is actually a Zoran that's worth something. Mama's back there watching the new computer come up back there. See her? She loves when things move around on the screen. She's absolutely enthralled back there. Anyway, yep, and just so you guys know that are members, once you've been a member for 1 month, your square will change automatically to show a hash mark stripe, which is the senior grade ensign rank. And then once you've been here a couple months, you get the full stripe, and then eventually a stripe and a half, 2 stripes, 2.5, 3, and it goes all the way up. So it's kind of cool because as you stay a member longer and longer, your ranks actually continue to go up. All right, guys. We'll catch you guys later. I did make a new song tonight. I'm going to play the second version of it going out. This one's called Patriots March. It'll be in the folder tomorrow. You guys feel free to keep it. Enjoy it. All right, everybody. Have a good one out there. My name's Ian. This is Starship Adventures. This has been our broadcast for March 25th, 2026. It's 11:04 p.m. on the East Coast, 7:04 on the West Coast, and we're going to call it a night. Thank you, everybody, for being here. 7-3s. We'll see you guys tonight, tomorrow night at 9 p.m. right here on the Sights and Sounds of Earth on Starship Adventures, broadcasting live from my studios here in North Fort Myers, Florida, worldwide on YouTube, the world's largest broadcast platform. We'll see you guys later. Have a good night and a safe tomorrow out there, everybody.
Yeah, they're screaming again. We ain't listening. They said the sky was falling when he walked through the door and called him every name in the book and still wanted more. While they're out there hugging terrorists and opening up the gate, he's building that wall. They're making America great. They cry about democracy dying every single night, but the only thing dying is their grip on power and their appetite for a fight. Keep the faith, America, he's keeping us safe, while the left keeps cheering for the bad guys night and day. They hate the flag, they hate the fight, they hate the red, white, and blue. But Trump's in the White House saying, not on my watch, not on my crew. So keep the faith, America. Stand tall and stand true. He's fighting for you, and I'm fighting right there with you too. They want open borders, they want crime in the street, they want your money, your guns, and your God under their feet. They'll fund every protest, every riot, every clown, while American families watch their cities burning down. They scream to fund the police, then call 911. Hypocrites in designer clothes, having way too much fun. Keep the faith, America, he's keeping us safe, while the left keeps cheering for the bad guys night and day. They hate the flag, they hate the fight, they hate the red, white, and blue. But Trump's in the White House saying, not on my watch, not on my crew. So keep the faith, America. Stand tall and stand true. He's fighting for you, and I'm fighting right there with you too. They call him a dictator while they censor what you say. They scream about fascism, but they're the ones taking rights away. They love every tyrant from Tehran to Beijing, long as that tyrant hates America and everything we believe. They'll tax you to death and spend it all on their schemes, while red states are thriving and living the American dream. Yeah, they can call us deplorable, call us every name in the book, but we're the ones paying the taxes and carrying the flag while they look. So go ahead and riot, go ahead and scream. We're over here keeping the faith and living the dream. Keep the faith, America, he's keeping us safe, while the left keeps cheering for the bad guys night and day. They hate the flag, they hate the fight, they hate the red, white, and blue. keep the faith. America, we're still here, and we ain't going nowhere.
All right, guys, that's going to do it. It's been my pleasure to be your host this evening. Thank you, everybody. If it wasn't for you guys, none of this would be happening. I love doing it. That's why I'm here. I'll see you guys tomorrow night, 9 p.m. right here on the Sights and Sounds of Earth. And remember, Saturday is going to be a really big shoe. Probably going to be going 12-hour broadcast, wall to wall on Saturday. So be prepared for that. Probably going on around noon. Got protests going on all over the United States. This is the Sights and Sounds of Earth, live on Starship Adventures. Live from Starship Studios in North Myers, broadcasting worldwide on YouTube, the world's largest broadcast platform. We'll see you guys tonight, tomorrow night, whenever the next night that comes along, 9 p.m., right here on Starship Adventures. This does conclude our broadcast day. Have a good night, everybody, and we'll see you on our next show. 7.3's KO4 EFS clear frequency.